Glacier National Park's iconic ice masses are shrinking, and scientists warn they might completely disappear by 2030. Are we witnessing the last of this wonder? Stay tuned for the top 5 destinations that could disappear in just 10 years. Number 5, the Great Barrier Reef, Australia. What if I told you that one of the world's most vibrant and breathtaking natural wonders is fading away right before our eyes? Welcome to the Great Barrier Reef, Australia's crown jewel and the largest coral reef system on the planet. It's a place that feels almost mythical, an underwater kingdom teeming with colorful corals, exotic marine life, and an ecosystem so intricate. It's like a living masterpiece. But this masterpiece is under threat, and its future is anything but certain. Stretching over 1,400 miles along Australia's northeast coast, the Great Barrier Reef is so vast it's visible from space. It's home to more than 1,500 species of fish, 400 types of coral, and countless marine creatures, including sea turtles, sharks, and dolphins. The reef also supports local communities, with millions relying on it for food, tourism, and livelihoods. But this marine paradise is at a breaking point. Rising sea temperatures, ocean acidification, and pollution are wreaking havoc on its fragile ecosystem. The biggest culprit? Coral bleaching. Coral bleaching happens when water temperatures rise too high, causing the coral to expel the tiny algae that live inside it. These algae give the coral its vibrant colors and provide the nutrients it needs to survive. Without them, the coral turns ghostly white and eventually dies. In recent years, the Great Barrier Reef has suffered mass bleaching events, with over half of its coral cover already lost. Scientists warn that if warming trends continue, the reef as we know it may not survive the next few decades. For travelers, the Great Barrier Reef remains a bucket list destination. Snorkeling or diving here feels like stepping into a vibrant dreamscape, with coral gardens stretching as far as the eye can see and marine life weaving gracefully through the water. But visiting the reef isn't just about ticking off a box. It's about witnessing something truly magical. While we still can, if you've ever dreamed of exploring this underwater paradise, the time is now. The Great Barrier Reef is a reminder of nature's awe-inspiring beauty and its fragility. Will we let it fade into memory, or will we fight to preserve it for generations to come? The choice is in our hands. Number 4, Venice, Italy. Imagine a city so magical it feels like a painting come to life. A place where gondolas glide through winding canals, historic architecture whispers stories of the past, and romance fills the air. That's Venice, Italy, a city unlike any other. But here's the heartbreaking truth. This iconic destination is sinking, and its future is more precarious than ever. Venice, often called La Serenissima, or the Most Serene, is built on a series of 118 small islands connected by canals and bridges. Its location on the Adriatic Sea makes it uniquely beautiful, but also incredibly vulnerable. For centuries, Venice has battled high tides, but in recent decades, these tides have become more frequent and more severe. The culprit? A combination of rising sea levels due to climate change and the city's natural subsidence. Venice is sinking at a rate of about 1 to 2 millimeters per year, while sea levels continue to rise, making flooding a growing threat. The effects of this flooding, known locally as acqua alta or high water, are both visible and devastating. Streets turn into rivers. Famous landmarks like St. Mark's Basilica are submerged, and residents are forced to navigate their city in rubber boots. In November 2019, Venice experienced one of its worst floods in over 50 years, with water levels reaching 6 feet in some areas. These floods don't just disrupt daily life, they also damage the city's priceless art, architecture, and cultural heritage. For travelers, Venice remains a must-visit destination. There's nothing quite like drifting through its canals at sunset, marveling at the interplay of light and water, or exploring its narrow streets filled with hidden gems. Visiting Venice is not just about experiencing its beauty. It's about cherishing a city that feels like a gift to humanity. So if Venice has ever been on your travel list, don't wait. Go, explore, and soak in its magic. But as you do, remember this. Venice's story isn't just about loss, it's a call to action. Can we preserve this floating masterpiece for future generations, or will it become a memory submerged in history? The answer lies with us. Number 3, the Dead Sea. What if I told you there's a place on Earth where you can float effortlessly, defying gravity? A place so rich in minerals that its mud is prized for its healing properties? Welcome to the Dead Sea, a natural wonder straddling the borders of Jordan, Israel, and the West Bank. But here's the shocking part: it's vanishing. Yes, this iconic destination, famous for its unique qualities, is shrinking at an alarming rate and may disappear entirely within a few decades. The Dead Sea is unlike any other body of water in the world. Its salinity is nearly 10 times that of ordinary seawater, making it impossible for most organisms to survive. Hence the name Dead Sea. But what makes it truly extraordinary is its buoyancy. Thanks to the high salt concentration, even non-swimmers can float effortlessly on its surface, creating an unforgettable and almost surreal experience. It's also a natural spa, with mineral-rich mud that's been used for skincare for centuries. But this natural wonder is in trouble. The Dead Sea is shrinking at an unprecedented rate. Over the past 50 years, its surface area has decreased by nearly 1/3, and sinkholes now dot the surrounding landscape. The impact of this decline is far-reaching. For starters, the unique ecosystem of the Dead Sea is at risk. While it may not support fish or plants, its hypersaline environment is home to microorganisms that have adapted to thrive in extreme conditions. These tiny organisms play a critical role in scientific research, helping us understand the limits of life on Earth and even on other planets. Furthermore, the shrinking sea is devastating local communities that rely on tourism and the mineral industry for their livelihoods. If you've ever dreamed of visiting the Dead Sea, the time is now. Its unique beauty, healing properties, and otherworldly charm make it an unforgettable destination. But beyond the Instagram-worthy photos, a visit here is a chance to reflect on the delicate balance of nature and our role in preserving it. Will future generations get to experience this marvel, or will it become a legend of the past? The choice, as they say, is ours. Number 2, the Maldives. Imagine yourself lounging on a hammock, the sound of waves gently crashing beneath you, surrounded by nothing but turquoise waters and the whitest sand you've ever seen. Welcome to the Maldives, a destination straight out of your wildest tropical daydreams. But here's the kicker: this paradise might not be here forever. Yep, you heard that right. The Maldives is slowly disappearing. And it's as heartbreaking as it sounds. This tiny island nation is made up of 26 atolls and over 1,000 islands, famous for its Insta-worthy overwater bungalows and crystal-clear lagoons. It's the ultimate treat-yourself destination. Whether you're snorkeling with colorful fish, diving alongside sea turtles, or sipping cocktails on the beach, the Maldives feels like a little slice of heaven. But there's a catch. It's also one of the flattest places on Earth, sitting just 1.5 meters above sea level. So, what's the big problem? Rising sea levels. Thanks to climate change, the ocean is creeping higher every year, and the Maldives is running out of time. Scientists warn that by the end of the century, this entire paradise could be underwater. Think about that. The islands, the beaches, the incredible marine life, gone. It's like the ultimate last call for this bucket list destination. But the Maldives isn't just about dreamy getaways. It's home to an entire community of people who've lived in harmony with the sea for generations. Their lives, traditions, and livelihoods are at risk. Fishing, harder to sustain. Tourism, challenged by the shrinking coastline. It's not just an environmental problem, it's a human one. So what can you do? Well, for starters, visit this incredible place while you still can. The Maldives is a once-in-a-lifetime kind of trip. Snorkeling in vibrant coral reefs, swimming in warm lagoons, and soaking up sunsets that look like they were painted just for you. But make sure to travel responsibly, stay at eco-friendly resorts, avoid damaging the coral, and support local businesses. The Maldives isn't just a vacation spot, it's a reminder of how beautiful and fragile our planet really is. So, are you ready to pack your bags and experience this paradise before it's gone? Trust me, the Maldives is calling, and you don't want to miss it. Number 1, Glacier National Park, USA. Have you ever imagined a place where majestic glaciers carve through rugged peaks, where crystal-clear lakes reflect the endless blue sky, and where nature feels untouched by time? Now, imagine being told that this natural wonder could be gone within your lifetime. Hard to believe, right? Welcome to Glacier National Park, a stunning landscape that's not only a traveler's dream, but also a sobering reminder of the impact of climate change. Nestled in Montana, Glacier National Park is often called the crown of the continent. It's home to over 1 million acres of pristine wilderness, including dramatic mountain ranges, lush meadows, and ancient forests. But the park's name, Glacier, is becoming bittersweet. At the turn of the 20th century, there were an estimated 150 glaciers within the park. Today, fewer than 25 remain, and even those are shrinking rapidly. Scientists warn that by the 2030s, these iconic glaciers could completely disappear if current warming trends continue. But Glacier National Park isn't just about glaciers. It's a treasure trove of biodiversity. The park is home to over 70 species of mammals, including grizzly bears, mountain goats, and the elusive wolverines. Birdwatchers flock here to spot more than 270 species of birds, from golden eagles soaring above the peaks to tiny, vibrant hummingbirds flitting through wildflower meadows. The melting glaciers, however, threaten this delicate balance. As water sources dwindle, habitats shrink, and the wildlife faces an uncertain future, the park also offers an unparalleled outdoor experience. Visitors can hike over 700 miles of trails, drive the breathtaking Going to the Sun Road, or kayak on the glassy waters of Lake McDonald. And yet, the disappearing glaciers add an unexpected layer of urgency to these adventures. Every visit feels like a race against time, a chance to witness something extraordinary before it's gone forever. So, if you've ever dreamed of exploring a place where nature's beauty feels almost otherworldly, don't wait. Glacier National Park is calling, and its glaciers are waiting, at least for now. Will you answer the call?